Imagine the highest court bypassing the standard legal process to issue an immediate, nationwide seizure order for a single 8th grade social science book. Middle school textbooks are typically the most routine objects imaginable. They are compilations of established facts and dates, designed to introduce students to the basic structure of their society. Yet this specific Class 8 social science textbook recently became the subject of a massive legal intervention in India. The order came directly from the Supreme Court of India, the nation's most powerful legal institution, which usually reserves its energy for high-level constitutional disputes. The court's first reaction was to command the immediate physical collection and seizure of every printed copy of the book. Next, they ordered the digital versions to be scrubbed from the internet, mandating an immediate takedown of all PDF copies. Finally, the judges issued formal legal threats to the educators and administrators responsible for the book's publication. A response of this scale from the highest judges in the country suggests they viewed these specific chapters as a threat to their institutional standing. To understand why, we have to look at the exact words that triggered the crackdown. The content in question wasn't a call to violence or a political manifesto. It was a single chapter that taught 13-year-olds that judicial systems can, at times, struggle with internal corruption. To stop this lesson from reaching classrooms, the court utilized a power called Motu. Essentially, the court acted as its own prosecutor, initiating a legal attack without a citizen ever filing a lawsuit or complaint. This flowchart shows just how aggressive this move was. While a standard legal case requires an external complaint and a period of evaluation, the court bypassed the evaluation phase and moved directly to suppression. This effectively removed the impartial middleman. By acting as both the accuser and the judge in a case regarding their own reputation, the court eliminated the standard checks on its own power. This was a rare deployment of emergency authority, used not to resolve a national crisis, but to ensure middle schoolers wouldn't read a specific critique of the bench. The official transcripts reveal that the Chief Justice of India viewed the textbook's existence not as an educational choice, but as a hostile act. He explicitly characterized the inclusion of the corruption chapter as a calculated move. He went further, alleging the book was part of a deep-rooted conspiracy to turn the nation's youth against the justice system. The targets of this conspiracy theory were the NCERT director and the school education secretary, bureaucrats who spend their lives managing national curriculum and administrative paperwork. The court issued these educators contempt of court notices. This is a severe legal threat that carries the very real possibility of prison time for failing to comply with the court's demands. By treating a classroom lesson as a criminal contempt of court, the judges escalated a routine educational update into a matter of state security. There is a well-documented pattern called the Streisand effect. It describes what happens when an attempt to hide a piece of information only succeeds in drawing the world's attention directly toward it. By attempting to erase a chapter on judicial overreach, the Supreme Court provided the public with a live, high-profile example of that very overreach in action. The data shows the irony of the situation. Public interest in the textbook's claims was negligible until the moment the ban was announced, at which point awareness of the corruption chapter spiked nationwide. The textbook's claim that powerful legal institutions can abuse their authority was confirmed by the very judges who tried to ban it. This sequence of events illustrates the specific way in which absolute power insulates itself. When an institution has the authority to define any criticism of its history as a legal offense, it effectively removes itself from the realm of public accountability. If the judges who act as the final referees of a society can legally punish anyone who suggests the referees are fallible, the system's ability to correct its own flaws disappears. If the highest court in a country is willing to raid schools and erase history books to protect its image, what else might they be willing to delete to maintain their power?